All right, yo, what's good, you guys? We're back for the final season of Jalen Brooks. You see, we transferred to Ole Miss, and we're already making an impact. We went all the way in this first season with Ole Miss, but I need you guys to pay attention to these games because they're going to go quick, and I might not catch them. I do my best, but I might not catch the games. We're going to showcase every game from the beginning to the end. These first couple games got cut short because they really were not any competition at all. You see, we had South Alabama for our first game. Now we got FCS Midwest. And then the next game you're going to see against UConn, we end up just straight up blowing them out the water. So I'm not going to spoil what our actual first test of the season was, but you'll see coming up here in a little bit. So, yeah, we had a perfect season, and it was not easy. I promise to you, it was not. First of all, we're playing on Heisman. Nothing is ever easy playing on Heisman. And then number two, I contemplated rage quitting so many times. And yes, this is the game where we finally run into our first test. We go against our former team, Texas Tech. But aside from those easy games we had a couple of more easy games in the rest of the season. But we had some real challenges, stuff that pushed me, that pushed our teammates, that had me thinking that maybe Ole Miss was not the best fit for us. But look at this play, right? I'm rolling out to the left. I throw a potential touchdown to our tight end, and this dude at circle just takes it out the air for some reason. We had a potential diving touchdown, and he just snags out the air. We end up stalling the drive. I get sacked the very next play, and the drive absolutely ends. We end up getting a field goal, but Texas Tech gets a field goal as well. So now it's 3-10. So now we need a touchdown in order to tie this game up. I get out the pocket and make a throw on a run to get us some yards. And then our running back is going to hit a Texas route to pick up some big gains and flip the field. So now we're in their part of the field. Next play, we run play action. We get a couple people faked out, but we're going to scramble out, avoid the pressure. We're going to get upfield and get out of bounds, avoid the hit. You guys know that wear and tear is something crazy. Next couple plays upfield, we're going to scramble out the pocket, and we're going to score a touchdown to tie this game up, which is exactly what we needed because Texas Tech, for some reason, their defense was very, very stingy in this game in the first half. But you're going to see how we're going to break these open in the second half. Our guard absolutely gets tossed, but it doesn't matter. I make a dot to the comeback route up the field, and then the next play, the guard ends up cut sticking one of the D tackles. We get out the pocket, get upfield. We don't avoid the hit. But we end up, for some reason, our wear and tear doesn't take a massive hit. We're going to hit another comeback dot, man, for a touchdown to our other receiver on the other side of the field. Now, I will say this. Everybody had a moment to make big plays, and everybody did a thing with Ole Miss. I'm not discrediting what anybody did, but even with Ole Miss being what they were in this season, nobody came close, and I mean came close to what Bryson did for us at Texas Tech. I mean, Bryson absolutely killed the competition. But with this team, I was able to spread the love, and any one person could make a big play. So that was one good thing about this. Everybody from the running back to the mini wide receivers and tight ends, you'll see throughout this game, if you pay attention, that everybody was able to make plays in their own way. But you see here, we had 390 yards, 5 touchdowns against our former team. And now here is our first big matchup of the season. We got the University of Georgia. They're 11th ranked in the nation. We're number 9, so we have to win this game. And we're not starting off good. I am throwing a pick 6 in our very first drive. May not be the first drive, but one of the starting drives of the game. And that's not a great way to start things off. So now we're down 7-3. And our defense has actually been doing a pretty good job, but their defense as well was doing a very, very, very good job of shutting down the run, shutting down the pass. As you can see, I almost throw another pick, and I almost rage quit. That's the first rage quit that you're going to see of the game. I told you guys, it was not pretty at all. But you're going to see, we're going to break this game open here coming up shortly. Our running back is going to get some yards here, make it 2nd and 8. And then pay attention to the left side of the field. Pay attention to the man guard square. I'm going to zoom in on him. Lyric is a 360 spinning catch, go for the touchdown, man. I'm trying to tell you, that was like the first big play that had me go, oh, okay, we got some dogs. We got some players, because I've never seen that animation before. I don't know if it's the way we place the ball or what, but you're going to see it happens again. He comes down in the flat zone, so I'm guessing, you know, that was a game plan to avoid to cover the flats, but it doesn't matter. We hit the soft space in the zone, and then we're gonna get in it for the touchdown. We're gonna let our running back do the dirty work, and then at the end of the game, it ends up being 23-10. There wasn't really much going on after that running back touchdown. We threw for almost 300 yards. We threw 2 picks. I didn't show the other one, and then we threw a touchdown. As you see, we're upgraded to a 92 overall from a 90. You know, we upgraded our accuracy, and then we get in this game against Florida. And I can't make this simple pass right here for a touchdown. I don't get it. I don't understand. It's crazy timing. But you see right here, we're going to get another drive. Might be the same drive. We're going to get up the field and hit our flat tight end. And he's going to get an easy touchdown. I don't know why they didn't guard that. And then we're going to hit another comeback route while he's guarded. And I don't know what it is about comeback routes, but they always work unless they're trailing them. If I see they're not trailing them, I'm not going to force it. But we got our running back get in for the touchdown again. And this running back he did his job very, very well. We hit the seam right here. Very, very tough throw. Very, very tough pass. They catch for him to hold on to it. He shouted at him for holding on to it because he could have easily dropped it. And then we're going to get a throw on the run outside the pocket. We're going to hit this quick touchdown to make it 21-7. And then Florida gets his field goal. So now it's 21-10. We're going to get out this pocket. We're going to scramble. We see a little bit of daylight. We're going to take it all the way. We're faster than a lot of people, a lot of those linemen and DNs and D tackles. So we're going to get upfield for a big gain. And then right here, we're going to hit our wide receiver streaking across the middle of the field. He's going to hold on to it and get a big gain for a first down. Later on the drive, we're going to hit our tight end coming out the flat. He's going to get upfield, break a tackle, and get in for an easy touchdown. And I believe that's going to do it. That's going to pretty much seal it. I think we ended up scoring more touchdowns later. But you'll see now it's 31-24. Florida is going to kind of actually came back. I thought this was the end, but I guess this is the end right here. 31-24. Well, by 7. We need this right here across the middle of the field again. We get another touchdown, and that should do it. That should end Florida, and it does. They scored no more. We end up scoring 41 points. I believe we were the #1 points per game team in the nation by the time this season was over. The announcers ended up saying something about it and winning the games through this season. But we was the #1 team in scoring. And right here against this game against Kentucky, we're going to hit this out route in the red zone. And right here off this RPO, we're going to hit our tight end. So quickly, it's already 14-14. And in this sequence right here, I want you guys to pay attention. We end up throwing a pick. It tipped off our wide receiver's hands and went to the defender. We end up getting a roughing the passer from number 96, right? So in a sense, we got lucky. So next play, we end up running something similar, and we end up getting hit and then picked off again, and there's nothing saving us. Like, nothing this time. So now it's just crazy how those two plays just kind of sequenced out because they were literally back to back. So it was just like, you know, that pick was just destined for us. But you see right here, the very next time we get the ball, we're going to get upfield and hit our seam because they were playing off. We're going to hit him for a touchdown. We're going to give us some breather room. And then we're going to get out the pocket and scramble. We're going to get upfield and then get out of bounds to avoid the hit. Make it 1st and goal now. And then we're going to hit our slant route going across the other side of the field for a touchdown. And that's going to make it 20-14. And then we fast forward. It's 49-35. We accumulated 7 touchdowns through 1 pick. Only threw for 134 passing yards. That's because our defense was putting in work, putting us in good position. Next game against Arkansas, we're going to run in for a touchdown. I don't remember if anything crazy happened in this game. I can't remember. But you see right here, they just left us. I think this is the game where I really was running a lot. I think this was it. We ended up running for a big touchdown there to increase our lead. They had everybody covered but the quarterback. I think that's something that the coach told Mike Vick, or somebody told Mike Vick. If everybody downfield is covered, they're not covering you. We see make a crazy off our back foot throw, and then look at our wide receiver. If he would have blocked that last guy, we probably would have had a touchdown there. But it doesn't matter. We end up whooping Arkansas 35-9. 5 touchdowns, no INTs, 158 pass yards. That was, again, one of those games where our defense just straight up put in work. And now we got another big name to go against LSU. They're 5-3. We're 8-0. So now we're fighting to keep this undefeated streak alive. We make a tough throw here. And right here on this play, we see the safety come down. So I immediately knew a corner route was going to be replacing him. So I just went ahead and hit him right before his break. I catch him in stride. He scores a touchdown. The next drive, we get the ball, we get it to our running back. He's just going to run right up the middle, give us another touchdown, and give us a whole lot more breathing room. It was 17-3. LSU came back down and scored, so now it's 17-10. And then I just throw an absolute, like, Stevie to the other team. I don't know what that was about. I don't know why I threw that. But that's going to do it. We still end up winning the Magnolia Bowl. And I didn't really show you in the fourth quarter because, again, it was just, we were just in the red zone a lot of the time because our defense was elite. And we were just picking up, like, quick little passes and runs here and there. So that was what helped us increase our lead. And so now another showdown against two big-name teams. We got Oklahoma on the schedule. And right here, once again, they're covering everybody but me. And so it's 10-3, now it's 13-6. And this is a very, very grinded out game. As you can see, we only have 107 passing yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. You see, I almost had my first pick right there. Thank the Lord that the linebacker just deflected it. But yeah, nothing really much was going on here. So I decided to just get it off to our running back, let him put some work in. He gets all the way to the 20, and then we get a little bit closer. We're going to give it to him again. He's just going to run it straight in for a touchdown. And that's pretty much going to do it. Not a lot of highlights in this game because it was really a stingy game until that fourth quarter. And we ended up breaking the game apart. You see, we had 120 passing yards, 36 rushing yards, no touchdowns, a 35% completion rate. Y'all didn't want to see that game. That was a nasty game. We got this game here against South Carolina. And already, first play, we get a big game. So I'm like, all right, this game might be a little bit more, forgiving. We score a touchdown off of a fourth down. We needed to convert it. We end up getting a touchdown, 7-0, off of play action. We end up canceling it. And then I try to throw it to square because I see him open. No, he's not. They was on that one. And I should have never threw that. I should have just went out of bounds or something. So the next possession, we get the ball right here. I'm going to hit our crossing route. And the tight end's going to get in for a touchdown. And then the next possession, we get the ball. It's 17-14. And this game right here against South Carolina was actually pretty good. It was a tough game. I was having to try to figure them out. But then all of a sudden, we just absolutely get a highlight from one of our receivers. That was my first time ever just being like, you know what? I'm just going to trust the receiver. And let me see what he can do. And he did something. So I applaud him for that. And then this is the crazy throw. That's an even better catch from the receiver. I believe that's our tight end. Yep. That's our tight end. That was a crazy throw for me to even try to attempt. So that just goes to show you just how quick we can put on highlights, how quick we can extend games, not extend games, but basically turn up in these games. So 5 touchdowns, 1 pick against that team. I can't remember their name just that fast. So this game against Mississippi State, I believe this is the game where we tested them deep a lot of times. I think on this first play, yep, you're going to see it. Square gets deep downfield. We're just going to trust him. And he's going to make a great catch. Absolutely monster his defender. So this game, I was pretty much just like kind of, I knew it was kind of like an FCS game, but it wasn't an FCS game because Mississippi State was kind of bad. No offense, but they were kind of bad. So I knew we was going to have a little bit of an easy game. And then this guy, Lyric, again, puts on a move. And I don't know what it is with him in that spin move, but that's the second time he done spit somebody out their shoes for a touchdown. He did it in one of the other games, and now this game right here, he catches it, gives it a second, then spins. It's almost like he had a sixth sense. He just caught it and spin. Look at that, whoop, gone, touchdown. I don't know why that was his signature, but hey, we'll take it. We got touchdowns out of both of them. We got the pocket. For some reason, 38 takes a very bad angle and just gives us the touchdown. Him and his coach are gonna have a very, 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 very long talk. About that. He's not going to be on. That's not going to be a good talk at all. 17-7 against Mississippi State. They take a short crossing route, number 88, and takes it for a big gain and gets to about the 20 on the other team's on Mississippi State side. So right here off this corner route, we're going to hit 88 again. He's wide open. The coverage is just screaming for that pass to be hit, and we hit him. We get the touchdown, and ultimately we end up blowing this game out in the fourth quarter like how we usually do, 45-14. We win the Egg Bowl, and so now this next game, this is the SEC Championship against Texas A&M. As you see here, they're going to pose a real threat because Texas A&M, for some reason, they're always been a problem. Last year, being at Texas Tech, Texas A&M knocked us out the first round, so this is really a revenge. We're not going to go against them in the playoffs. This is a spoiler. But this was a revenge game for us. You see, they're keeping it close, 21-14. I'm going to try to make something happen with my legs, and I outrun everybody and pick up the first and more. It's in the third now, 21-14 still. We're going to dot the zones at the zone at the end. I think that might have been cover 3. I can't really know for sure, but we ended up getting a field goal off that last drive. Now it's 2nd and 10. We need a big play to happen. And I'm just going to be patient, wait for Triangle to get open. He keeps his feet in bounds and gets the first down and more, gets us within the red zone, and then we're going to just get an easy pass in for a touchdown. We blow the game open 31-14. You see nobody's open. You see the left stick work to get that lineman caught on our O-line, and we rush in for a touchdown, creating that gap before the rest of the linemen can get to us, and we end up getting our revenge on Texas A&M. So now the playoffs begin. Now we get into the meat and potatoes, but first we got to figure out who wins this Heisman. We are one of the
and one more
finalists.
Look at this year's Heisman finalist. One of these guys is about to experience a life-changing moment. Okay, we've kept them waiting long enough. All of us want to know who's going to win the trophy for this season.
Yeah, it wasn't us. We didn't win that thing. This guy, Kamario Taylor, won it, even though we led the nation in touchdowns like by a mile. Like, we had 45 passing touchdowns, like 54 total touchdowns. Yeah, we didn't even get first team All ACC. We got second team. So now we're finally in the playoffs, and our very first game is against Oregon, number 9. They're 10-3. But already out the gate, they're guarding everybody but me. So you know I'm going to use my legs and get upfield. And then the very next play after that, we're going to hit our crossing route. He's going to hang on to the ball. He's going to score a touchdown. And then the next possession, the next drive is 7-0. We got 40 seconds left in the first. I'm calling for our tight end in motion to give us extra help on that left side that we're running to. But we just had the blockers do an amazing job of creating a hole. And he just walks right in for the touchdown. Already it's 14-0. So our defense is putting in work. Oregon isn't getting anything. We got another crazy pass here that gets him in for the touchdown. I think that's Lyric. Yep, that was the spinner. That's what I'm going to call him, the spinner. And we end up whooping Oregon 33-0. So you want to talk about the first college playoff win of ours, and it's a blowout? That's a way to come into the playoffs. But now we got the real meat and potatoes. I can't wait for y'all to see this game. I can't wait to commentate on it. So this is against BYU. I didn't think BYU was going to pose this much of a challenge, but they did. They started off scoring on their first drive. And then take a look right here. I don't know who this is. Actually, no, that might not be him. That might not be him. This guy right here. This dude right here. I don't know. He might be an Aaron Donald, J.J. Watt breed hybrid something. Pay attention to him. And he's got a sidekick. You're going to see the sidekick in a second. This dude terrorized me all game long. And I knew he was going to be a problem from the way that he was running after me. But you see, we navigate the pocket, navigate the pressure. We hit a dot on a corner right at number 88. Like I said, everybody had their chance to make plays. You saw 80. You're seeing 88 make plays. You're seeing the tight end make plays. You're seeing Lyric make plays. You're seeing 22 who caught that crazy pass where we just said, F it. You're just going to throw the ball downfield and see what happens. Yeah, this is a sidekick. Speaking of sidekick, this is it. Number 97 now, this is this guy's Robin right here. But watch what happens. I'm trying to get out the pocket and scramble. We're going to try to get away from him. He catches us. We end up fumbling it. Number 97, Batman, picks it up and takes it in for a touchdown. So you see, we're coming up on halftime, and we need something to happen now. A minute, we get upfield, we make something happen, and then for some reason, Lyric just can't catch that ball. I don't know why. So it's 14-7. We don't have momentum. We don't have anything. But we get the ball back. And we have a chance. First time we have a Hail Mary play for the season. I'm like, you know what? Let me just throw something up. And wait. Y'all hear that music? We throw it downfield for the Hail Mary. It's in a sea of people. It doesn't matter. Lyric comes up with the ball, and we scored a touchdown. All those people tip the ball, and Lyric comes off the backside. When I tell you that gave me all the confidence in the world, but it's not over yet. Once again, number 97 is terrorizing me in the backfield. 21-17. Now it's 31-17, and we're in the fourth. We need a miracle. You see, right now, our D-line, the D-line is getting to me. So I had to hit the running back, had to hit the chuck down, had to buy time for him to get out. So now we need to score fast. We hit the drag route. He gets upfield, picks up some good yardage. 3rd and 2 now. We're going to give it to our running back. He's just going to scoot in for a touchdown. And that pretty much makes it a 1-possession game. We need our defense to come in clutch. They do and give us plenty of time to get downfield. Everybody is covered but us. We pick up a very, very big gain on the ground using our feet. And now we're doing no huddle. Now we got to make a play happen. We got out of bounds, and for some, I don't know why. I don't know why I did that. We try to hit Lyric coming off the middle of the field. He drops the pass, but it ends up being defensive pass interference. So I'm like, okay, we're saved. It was 2nd and 16. Now it's going to be 1st and 10 on our 30. So now we kind of have a fresh set of downs now to work with. Wait, you guys hear that music again? We're going to hit Lyric down the seam, and he's going to outrun everybody for the touchdown. He has came in clutch twice in this game. But just like Kobe said, job ain't done. We need to win this game. So we got 1:45. It's a 2-minute drill. We got to get upfield and score this touchdown. We hit our halfback coming out the Texas route. He's going to get a face mask, and he's already deep down the field. So that's exactly the momentum that we need. Our season's on the line. Championship is on the line. We need to get this score. 1st and 10 on their 12. We end up getting a little bit closer. Give it to our running back. And he's going to jump in for the touchdown. Thank the Lord he held on to it. But we complete the comeback. We beat BYU. We got 48 seconds left. At this point, I'm thinking, yo, the defense is they've been kind of selling a little bit, but I know they're gonna hold on for this last possession, and they do. We hold out against BYU, and we defeat them 38-31. They tried their best, but they do not prevail. We move on to the national championship and win the Sugar Bowl. So now the national championship game. You see right here, we're upgraded to a 95. Okay, we're not upgraded to a 95, but this is our final upgrade before we head into the NFL. Now, here we go. You guys can see it. Earlier in the year, we played these guys, and they kind of gave us a run for our money. But we're meeting them now in the national championship game. We're playing against Oklahoma. Oklahoma. We already played them earlier in the season. We got to play them again. Already they sending pressure, and we take a kind of a big hit there and got out of bounds a little bit. But now we're 15-0. Everything at this point matters. Every drive matters. Every possession matters. Every touchdown matters. Every stop matters. Every run, pass, everything matters. See right here, this RPO, we give it to Lyric again. He's going to make a person miss and get downfield. Is he going to repeat what he did against BYU? No, he's not. But he is going to pick up a big game for us and get us to the other side of the field. And our run back is just going to hit a cut-up field and pick up a big gain to get us to the 10. And right here with 36 seconds left in the first quarter, we're going to hit another RPO. And I wonder what this penalty was on. Wait a second. Hold on. I don't remember this. It was roughing the passer. I remember that now. It was roughing the passer. Yep, I remember that now. So now, 1st and goal. 7-0. We have a chance to make it 14-0. If we score here, we're going to drop back, and they just leave the flat wide open. I don't know what they were doing. They just leave the flat wide open. It's 14-0. It's starting to look ugly for Oklahoma. Now it's 17-zip. And you see right there, a hot route, the tight end to go straight up, and a hot route, that circle to go corner, and the corner is left wide open. I had to make that safety choose where he wanted to go. And so right here, we hit the tight end right as he gets past the linebacker for a big gain. It's 17-0. We're right there at that end zone. We hit our tight end off a corner route. For some reason, they're playing deep. I don't know what it is they were forcing us to do, but I was just picking them apart. Didn't really make any sense. And right here, I see a one-on-one on the right side of the field. As soon as he hits that out route, I'm going to hit him. Toe tap, touchdown. 21-0. It is looking like this is going to be a national championship for Ole Miss and Jalen Brooks, the guy who got snubbed out of a Heisman, who just got knocked out of the first round in the previous playoffs last year. People probably doubted him, saying that he couldn't do it against, Texas A&M, a powerhouse school, and now he comes in and leads Ole Miss to a national championship in his first year with an actual squad, with teammates, and a team that can compete. So right here, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but these guys have been in too high this entire time, and I was just picking them apart, just going straight down the middle, and we end up scoring a touchdown, number 88, and then right here, pay attention to the safety in the top left. I'm gonna rewind it. Watch it again. He comes down, and I hear music again. I already know what's gonna happen. You already know what's gonna happen. He comes down. You saw the route the square had. I'm looking for it. Yeah, we like that. And that's gonna do it. Ole Miss on national championships. Jalen Brooks is a national championship from Fayetteville, North Carolina, to the national championship. He got snubbed of a Heisman. He got snubbed out of first team All SEC. It don't matter. They can't mess with your name when you are a champion. It doesn't matter about the Heisman. That's an individual award. When you lead your team to a championship, that is what matters. We whoop Oklahoma 38-3 and walk home with the championship. And now this is the final stats of the game. We went 18-25 for 216 yards and 4 touchdowns. We have an all-around performance on offense from everybody. All of the running backs chipped in. All of the receivers chipped in, as you're going to see once I get there to the screen. Yeah, you're going to see the receivers. Everybody did their part. Number 88 did his part. Number 88 did his part. The tight end did his part. Lyric did his part. I mean, man. You want to talk about a squad. You want to talk about having a squad, man. This Ole Miss team was absolutely perfect for us. But you see, even with us leading our team to a national championship, they still have us in the early second round. Now, our legacy score is great. We end up surpassing Johnny Manziel, Andrew Luck, and everybody else they had us projected to be. But our draft projection is early second round. I'm not worried about that because I know when Madden come out, we're going to be able to increase that stock. As you see right here with X Point Jalen to Madden, and that officially ends his college career. So I hope you guys enjoyed this series. I hope you guys enjoyed this storyline. And we will see you guys when Jalen Brooks goes pro.